Okay, now moving on to the next question. We have question 6, and I think this one should be quite a simple question. Okay, yep, so let's look at question 1. So first of all, yes, we see fermentation X. So what do we do here? Fermentation X is an unknown. 看到 unknown 给名字. Whenever you see unknown, you have to first give a name. You have to first give everything a very correct identification. Then you can move on. So what is X over here? In human, we have lactic acid fermentation. Okay, cool. So now, what is the importance? What is the importance of this? So again, this might be a bit hard, but again, if you think about it, essentially fermentation, it is basically, remember this topic, this whole topic, chapter 7, is about cellular respiration. So essentially, everything we learn here, remember the main thing we want to do, whatever respiration it is, we are doing it because we need energy. So this is actually to produce energy. And more importantly, what is so special about fermentation? If you remember, what is so special about fermentation? Why don't we do aerobic? Why don't we do aerobic respiration? Why we do something with lesser energy? Yes, because this is actually for us to overcome the situation under less oxygen, under lack of oxygen. So this is to overcome oxygen limited condition. Okay, yep, so that's it for question 1. Okay. Moving on to question 2, so basically this is about the breakdown of glucose. So I think very simple. This is incomplete, and in normal case you have complete. The product also very simple. You have lactic acid, and remember, energy is a product. Yeah, energy is a product. Okay. Yep. Meanwhile, in normal cases, you should have a typical stuff. You should have carbon dioxide. You should have water, and definitely also not forgetting energy. Okay, yes. And finally, the places also, if you remember, for aerobic, you have 2 places. You first start in somewhere very random. This is cytoplasm. Then you move on to somewhere very, very important, our mitochondria. While fermentation only happen in cytoplasm. Okay, yes. Alright, next question. So next question is about yogurt. So again, if you remember, yogurt was also produced using lactic acid. Okay, so how come yogurt can spoil? When you put it not inside refrigerator? Okay, in fact, this one actually I think not very difficult, because I believe you also have learned through chapter 3. You also have kind of learned through how is food being spoiled. It is basically due to bacteria. Okay, and what is worse over here is because yogurt is also produced by bacteria. That's why it's even worse when you put it inside, room temperature. The bacteria can actually grow faster and make it spoil. Okay, yep. So put it simple, this is because this is a room temperature. First of all, yes, when you have a room temperature, it's good for the bacteria. So the bacteria continues to grow. And then you can say, yes, this continue to do lactic acid fermentation. Okay, so that's why they produce more lactic acid, because they are doing this process of lactic acid fermentation. They produce more lactic acid, more of the lactose. Remember, the lactose is being oxidized. So yeah, that's why after everything, yes, it will become very sour. So the yogurt become very sour. It's very sour. That means it is actually, technically you can say it's not broken yet, because yogurt is supposed to be sour, but when it is too sour, then yeah, it's technically broken lah. Okay, depends on how you like it or not. Okay, that's it for this question. Okay, right, move on to the last question. Okay, cool. Last question over here we have, yes, what is this? Again, if you see, the passage become smaller and inflamed and thickened. So what is this case? This is our asthma. So again, you can see, they give you a question, and they say there are people using inhaler. So again, you can see there's nothing justifying what is this disease. So yes, whatever thing is unclear, you should make it clear. So you should tell people first, this is asthma. And they say justify whether or not it is good to use inhaler. So yes, just tell them inhaler is important. Inhaler is correct. We need to use inhaler. Now, the next question, how to know? Yeah, I never heard about inhaler. I never even used an inhaler. How to know? What does inhaler do over here? Okay, very simple. Every disease have a causes, right? Asthma is caused by inflammation. As you can see over here, inflammation thickened bronchial wall everything here. So essentially,治病要治本的嘛。Whenever we cure something, we cure the causes. So essentially, very straightforward. When you can cure the causes, you basically cure the disease. So if you have inflammation, what do? I reduce the inflammation lor. Even if today I ask you, I give you a medicine, I give you a whatever treatment, I give you an inhaler, whatever it is, as long as it is to cure asthma, they should have the same goal. 一样的一个目的. They should have the same goal because at the end of the day, they just want to cure the asthma. And asthma is caused by the same thing. It's caused by inflammation. It's caused by your air passage being blocked. So you can open up bronchiole for air passage. And finally, yes, this facilitate airflow. This facilitate airflow. Okay, so that's it for this question. Okay.